Hi, Patrick here. In this video I want to show the new matrix slicer in Tempera Cell Matrix. The matrix slicer is a fast way to take one longer audio file, select useful parts and spread them across the full 8x8 matrix. Instead of slicing everything evenly, you can choose your own in and out points, edit each segment and decide how it should be used. Okay, I open the matrix slicer and I'll load a new sample. Maybe this one or this one. This one. Yeah. Okay. You have the dotted line. The vertical line follows the mouse over the waveform. You can use the shift for real live scrubbing of the audio. And I click on the waveform and to quickly place points. You can also use your keyboard shortcuts for this. So I click 1, 2, so on. You can set your in and out points to create a segment. Place your in and out point, and you can use the I and the O for this. So when I place my cursor here, I put an I and an O. You can clear the points, or you can clear a segment, clear all points. You can also do this live. So you set one in point, press play, out point, in point, out point, in point, and out point. That's also one way to do this. There is a segment strip and zoom. At the bottom, the segment strip shows how the selected parts will land across the matrix cells. So you see a white vertical line, that's a column end. So you have 8 columns and 8 cells per column. Click on a segment block and zoom directly into that segment. In the segment mode, you can use tab to jump between the segments, or shift tab to go back. The L, you jump to the left point, and you can zoom in with the plus and minus, and you can jump to the right, and that is the R. And you have an M for middle, so it will return to the full segment. Inside the segment I can still move the in and out points if you like. So like this. It also is selected when you click on this circle. It also plays if a segment is longer than one cell. It plays the end and not the whole sample, so you can quickly create in and out points. If the segment is longer than one cell, the matrix slicer automatically spread it across multiple cells. The visual cell strip updates so you can see how much space the segment will use. So if I shorten it, you will see one cell and 3 cells. Snap function makes 0 crossings when placing the in and out points. Each segment also has its own volume and fade controls, and the center line controls the segment volume. Dragging it up makes the segment louder, but it stays safely below the clipping point. Double click is return to 0 or resets its fading. These are the faders. Double click, resets. Control Command Z is an undo for everything. So So in and out. It plays the end because it is selected. These fades are applied as one continuous envelope over the whole segment, and even when the segment overflows across multiple matrix cells. Shift tab. You can overflow in another. It doesn't matter. All segments will be exported as single samples. Okay, when you are in a segment. Okay, for faster cleanup, you can press N to normalize the selected segment. This works together with the volume line. So I press N. It will be normalized, and you can pressing the A applies auto fade to this segment. Undo. With Shift A, you can get the auto fade settings, and you can choose a preset like click save soft strong or your own custom settings. When I do strong, you can apply it or use the A to implement it directly. So if I go to the next one and I choose a softer piece, I can do auto fade and normalize in one go. Also, you can tune if a segment has a clear pitch. It can be tuned by the T, like this, and it will be remembered. So I can tune this one. And you can also see all the cells are extended when it's plays slower. So like this, and this one is still fast. When you exit the zoom, you hear the normal tuning, but when it's transported to the matrix, it will be in the slow version. You can also name your segment. So if you are in a segment, and you can very slow, something like this, enter, and it is remembered. And if you leave the name empty, TCM use the normal naming template. And if you enter the name, the export uses the name directly. Okay, next piece is exporting the segments. When I want to keep the selected parts as reusable samples, I can use the export 6. This exports the segments as separate WAV files. Okay, the matrix slicer can also export a wavetable with the export WT button. TCM scans the selected segment for usable single cycle waves and builds a 60 frame wavetable from it. It's a bit experimental, but it works very well for the Tonwerk or other samplers or software which can load wavetables. Okay, now we can apply the whole thing to the matrix. Blip. You can play it. The quick one. A very slow piece. It will overlap in the next column. Something else, if you want to, you have your own samples here and you want to place another segment of a matrix slicer in this cell what I was selecting, you can choose from cell. It will be a little bit selected. You can go for a new sample, something like the Rusty Gate. That was from my squeaker trick. So So those will be applied to this part in the matrix. There's also a recovery. Matrix slicer work is also included in the quick save and the auto save recovery. If anything goes wrong, the source, the points, the segments, names, the fades, volume, pitch and zoom states are recovered, like everything else in the matrix. You can use Ctrl S to make a quick save, or you can use outsave and it will store a local point on your drive every minute when something is changed. Except for the audio, you have to relink your audio, but it will help you find the right stuff. Oh yeah, something else. You can also make a wavetable export from all your 64 cells or less to make some beautiful wavetables. Okay, that's it for this time. Hope you enjoy this version, and I see you the next time. Bye bye.